Much like the first season, Season 2 also has another clip show, although I personally think this one's better because it's actually important to the plot as we finally discover where Kilobyte came from and his entire origins. So there's going to be a few spoilers in this little review, but let's be honest, if you've really been paying attention, it's pretty obvious who's actually behind it all. So Mark and Chuck have discovered Kilobyte's designed program, and after watching some clips, they're trying to piece together the clues on where he came from. And some of the clues they discover is dialogue that Kilobyte says, like, because these are my rules, and wherever I say goes, and your power is being returned to its rightful owner, showing that Kilobyte has knowledge of the game despite not actually originating in the game. And at the end of the episode, it turns out that it's been Chuck's boss, Rick, who's pretty much been behind everything this whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Chuck had a job working at a computer store, like pretty much a store designed to fix computers and electronics, and it's run by a guy called Rick. And it turns out in this episode it's revealed that not only did he created Kilobyte, but he pretty much designed the Ace. I think it's implied he designed the Ace Lightning game, but it's not outright confirmed. But what is confirmed is he designed a program that makes video game characters come to life. And despite having that really revolutionary technology, he was laughed at, he was mocked, and as revenge, he decided to put it in a copy of the game which happened to belong to Mark, making Rick directly responsible for everything that's happened in the series. And let's be honest, in real life, technology like that would not be laughed at. I mean, he would instantly become a billionaire if he developed technology like that, especially if this series is set in the early 2000s. But it's actually kind of funny when you watch this episode now and think about gaming today with VR and you know, simulations and stuff like that, interactive CGI. It hasn't come far off really, but yeah, Rick, the character of Rick, he's a pretty, he's not, once his identity's been revealed, he kind of loses his edge, because at the end of this episode, he loses control of Kilobyte and he doesn't know what to do now. So he's no longer the one in charge, and Kilobyte is now free from his control. And yeah, I've really got to also praise the kind of like the, oh, what was it? The camera work. I want to say the cinematography, because there is definitely a creepy atmosphere in this episode. I mean, it's not like really creepy, but it's like it does make you feel confined, and you do feel like you're in the same place as Mark and Chuck. You're just investigating where all this came from, where this villain came from, and by the end you finally got your answer, and it was right under your nose this whole time. But that's all I can really say about this episode. Moving on to Kilobyte Bites Back, where Kilobyte is setting his master plan in motion. We still don't know what it is until the next episode, but it's it clearly involves kidnapping his creator Rick and any other human he comes across. Meanwhile, Kat is investigating further and further into the carnival, and she knows about the game characters. She doesn't know they're from the video game yet, but she believes they're mutants, and since she's a school journalist, she's investigating more with Mark trying to save her. Now, there isn't really much on this episode to really talk about because it's just setting up the fun. They're just setting up the big finale. Once again, Mr. Chesper gets mentally and physically tortured by these characters. You really do feel sympathy for him in this one because he just wants to be left alone. And really, there's really no reason for him to be a victim here, other than just to show how sadistic the villains can be. Unless it's tying up loose ends on Kilobyte's case. But yeah, this episode is mostly just setting up the finale, which we will now get to. And here we are, the final episode of season 2, and what eventually revealed to be the whole series, the master plan. Kilobyte plans to send every human on Earth to the 6th dimension so he can take over the world. In order to do that, he's captured all the Lightning Knights, including Sparks and Random Virus, and has even kidnapped Cat, leading Mark to go to the carnival, and Ace to team up with Lord Fear. Seeing that it's a team up between those two is the only way to take down Kilobyte. A final battle erupts at the carnival, and, well, pretty much, spoiler alert, Ace, Lord Fear, Mark manage to destroy Kilobyte after he completes the amulet, and Lord Fear obviously betrays Ace. But it doesn't turn out to be Ace, it turns out to be Lady Illusion disguise, and she dies in Ace's arms, while Lord Fear pretty much flies off somewhere. So, yeah, this final episode, I'm going to say, comparing it to the last season finale, it's definitely a bit more improving. I mean, Kilobyte's plan, well, comparing it to Lord Fear's plan in the finale, which was just waiting for the Lightning Knights to lose their power, Kilobyte's plan is admittedly a bit more direct, and you understand why he's doing it. And you can understand why this final battle takes place at night, since that's where more people will go to the carnival. I like that Kat figures everything out, and she now knows about the Lightning Knights and the game characters coming to life, which was pretty much one of my disappointments from the last season finale, where Samantha never found out the truth. But they've managed to fix it up with this one. Overall, it's not exactly a happy ending with Lady Illusion dying. I mean, I did hear she was meant to come back in season 3, but since season 3 never happened, it ends on a bit of a downer. And plus, Lord Fear manages to escape, and he was going to come back eventually. And of course, at the very, very end, it turns out Kilobyte has just been sent to the 6th dimension, and Rick, who was also trapped in there by Kilobyte, is still stuck in there. So, yeah, not exactly a full-on happy ending, but they didn't know that at the time. The final battle itself, I like that each character has a moment to shine, and each one of them manages to get rid of one of the villains. Mark gets rid of Pigface after humiliating Heather. After all the crap she put Mark through, she deserves it. And one thing I noticed is that I've never mentioned Brent, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I've never brought him up at all in these reviews, and that's because his character doesn't really do a lot. Even in the last season, first season, he was just Samantha's boyfriend, then her ex, and then he's just there. And in this series, he's just been Heather's pretty much manservant. And yeah, there's just been nothing to him, unfortunately. I get he's meant to be the cool, popular kid, but yeah, that's he's not been that interesting. I mean, I'm hoping if season three have happened, they would have given him more development, but yeah, it's just a shame about certain characters. That's probably the biggest disappointment of season that there was no season three, and that was the potential that a lot of these characters had. Going back to the final battle situation, Mark gets rid of Pigface, Lord Fear gets rid of Anvil, Ace gets rid of Rockcut, and Lord Fear also gets rid of Googler. Now, they don't really confirm or even imply, but apparently all the villains got sent back to the sixth dimension again. Like I said, I don't know if that was outright confirmed, but apparently they did get sent back. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the amulet, got shattered again after they all got zapped. But yeah, this is why I think that they should have brought new villains, because apart from Lady Illusion, none of the other villains get much development. I mean, I'm not expecting any deep stuff or anything, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they should have given each villain a more individual episodes where they're not treated as like a monster of the week, but treated as an actual character. But then again, that's just me, and maybe I'm expecting too much from a show like this, because even though I do love the show, I it was aimed towards a certain demographic, so I can't go on too much about it. And yeah, that's really all I can say about this episode. It's definitely a much more better finale than the first season finale, where I felt like they were kind of dragging it on a bit just to, fulfill the 22-minute mark. But this one, I think the pacing was a lot more, it felt more natural, and all the characters get a resolved story end. That makes sense. But yeah, like I said, the only problem is that there was no season three, and it would have been great to have a third season. God, I would love to see where they were going to go from here. I really hope one day someone finds like the scripts or something, because there must have been scripts written for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for season two and the entire series. Really enjoyed I've really enjoyed watching the series again. I tried very hard to say something different for each episode, but like I said, this is the reason why I was kind of reluctant to do this review series, because there's not really much you can talk about, because a lot of episodes are a repeat from one another. It's I really tried to find something new to mention, and plus I'm doing this without a script. I'm just saying whatever's coming into my mind, and I'm not the type of person to go into full depth in 1 second like a lot of other review. I don't want to say critic. That sounds too pompous. I mean, um, yeah. Watching the series again, I didn't think I would enjoy season two as much as season one, but no, I've actually preferred season two over season one now, and I get the feeling season three probably would have been the best, best, best of the series, really. And yeah, I'm mostly doing this series just to keep this show alive because it's all to do with the fans keep franchises alive, and this Ace Lightning has a very small fan community as it is. It's up to us to keep it alive, and who knows, maybe we will get a continuation in some way or a reboot. I know I certainly wouldn't mind seeing one. So yeah, this isn't the end of the files. I am going to still make Ace Lightning videos. I'm not going to make this into an Ace Lightning channel though. I just want to make that clear. I will do other stuff, but yeah, um I will still keep on making Ace Lightning videos. So until then, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment below what your favourite episode of the series was, and what your favourite moment is, and well, what better way to end than to say do right and fear not. Bye.